This is number 883. Now obviously no leaves at this time of year, but the leaves are pretty simple to recognize because this is a cherry, and they look like most cherry tree leaves. So you can go to the website, have a look at the leaves, have a look at the flowers. But the interesting thing, and the thing that makes it really quite easy to identify at this time of year, is the bark. Prunus maackii, from Asia, and a member of the choke cherry clan, which are known to be really tough, hardy plants. This is a couple of years ago, well, maybe a little longer than that, maybe 10 years ago, you couldn't find this tree. Had a hard time. We planted one of the first ones in the Cuddy Gardens. It's now quite large. It's right on the side of the driveway. Everybody wanted it because everybody likes the bark, you know, and we were only used to, if you look at those older nursery catalogs that I showed you today, we were used to the paper birch. So we were looking for something that was a little more interesting. The paper bark maple came along, and then this one. And beautiful bark. If you look at the Facebook page for Canada Plants, you'll see that I did a bark kind of collage, plants with interesting bark, and this is one of them. And there's another cherry up there as well, you'll see, that has really interesting bark. Cherry bark has really pronounced lenticels. You can usually recognize the bark by looking at these things here, and these are lenticels. So essentially they're kind of pores in the bark. And they're really pronounced because the bark is very smooth, so they show up really quite easily. We're going to look at a couple of other cherries, and you can see that coming through. The interesting thing, obviously, though, is the golden color of the bark. Really nice golden color. A couple of negatives about the tree. Because it is an amber choke cherry, and it belongs in that choke cherry group, they are known to be a bit of a weedy and kind of aggressive tree that don't really have a lot of class or style. So if you looked at the Perodia that we just studied, you'll see that it's got an overall nice form. This one is a bit gangly, and it goes off in all directions, so it needs a bit of pruning to kind of keep it in shape and in control. I'm forever taking limbs off the one in my own garden because it gets too big and too sprawling. If you look at the growth that it put out compared to the Perodia, so from the clipboard to the tip of my finger, that's the growth last year, so that's almost 3 times what the Perodia grew. And as plants grow, faster growth means what?
Stronger wood.
Weaker wood.
Smaller cells.
Weaker wood, so the wood is going to be quite flexible, so it's going to flop around a lot. So that really kind of detracts from its charm. The other thing that I mean, it's beautiful when it's in flower, when you're looking at it from a distance, because it produces these panicles of flowers. These long clusters. But when you look at them up close, they're not very attractive, whereas most cherries, the single-flowered cherries, are much more attractive. Washington, D.C. has a cherry festival. There's cherry festivals in Japan. And they're all based on, for the most part, the single-bloomed cherries, like the ones we're going to look at shortly. So this produces a cluster of white flowers that look nice from a distance. When you get close, they don't look very nice. And then when you smell them, they don't smell very nice at all. They're kind of a bit sour, like a baby's diaper. Right? They're not very fragrant. Nonetheless, a fairly tough tree, easy to grow. If you look at the trunk here, you'll see that there was an old shoot. There was a sucker that was removed, and you look at all of these trees, they have a tendency to do that. They also have a tendency, and this is based on our experience in the Cuddy Garden, to send a root along and then send up a shoot, because the roots are very close to the soil surface, and if they get irritated, i.e. if we go and cultivate around them and they get nicked, then they send up a shoot in response to the injury. So you get these suckers coming up under the ground, so that can be a bit of a problem as well. So like I said, it's a nice tree, but it takes a bit of work to maintain the overall form. It's becoming quite popular though because of the bark characteristics. Pesky diseases, cherries get a lot of insects chewing on them and such. If you prune a cherry tree, it's best to disinfect your secateurs between prunings because there are a lot of cherry diseases, or it's a member of the Rosaceae family, Prunus, so there are a lot of Prunus diseases, black knot being one that can be spread. So it does get some problems, but cankers and such. So if you're going to prune it, disinfect your pruners between trees so that you don't spread the diseases.
How do you want me to do this today?
Sorry?
How do you want me to do this today?
You can take it. You can take. Chances are your secateurs are okay. Edit that bit out, Dave.
Do you want me to just take the branches on the main trunk there?
Yeah, just take out something in here. Always, take out take out some of this inner. Yeah, perfect. Take out the interfering growth. Yeah, perfect. Take a couple so you get a bunch, so it gets. Like there's another one up here, Hillary. And